Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
TLDR, my mother-in-law Helena made a massive scene at my son Leo's first birthday party because she's jealous that Ross's stepsister, Kyler, made his smash cake, making her boyfriend, Cecil, feel excluded. I finally snapped and put her in her place. Okay, so this is my first time posting, but after this weekend, I desperately need some validation. My son Leo just turned 1 and we threw him a lovely backyard party. Everything was going great until my mother-in-law, Helena, decided it was her moment to shine by creating drama. For some background, Helena has always struggled with boundaries. When Leo was born, she insisted on being in the delivery room, then got hysterical when we said no. She pushed back on our requests for visitors to wash hands before holding the baby and made guilt-tripping comments about not getting enough grandparent time. My husband, Ross, bless his heart, usually tries to mediate, but even he's getting worn down. Ross's stepsister, Kyler, is basically family. She's been in Ross's life since he was a teen, and she absolutely adores Leo. She's also an amazing baker, so we asked her months ago if she'd bake Leo's special smash cake for his first birthday. She was thrilled, and the cake was adorable, decorated with little blue elephants, exactly what we wanted. Helena, on the other hand, brought her long-term boyfriend, Cecil. Cecil is fine. He's perfectly nice but generally uninterested in kids. He mostly keeps to himself, watches sports on his phone, and rarely interacts with Leo unless prompted. Helena has a history of comparing herself to Ross's dad's family, especially since Ross's dad remarried someone who is very active in Ross's life. Helena often feels overshadowed, and I could tell Kyler getting the cake honor was already bothering her. She'd made a few pointed comments like, "Oh, I could have baked a cake, but you know, I'm just a guest." Or Cecil probably feels like a stranger when everyone else is so involved. Total guilt tripping. So the party is buzzing. We get to the cake cutting. Everyone gathers around, phones out. Happy birthday song is about to start. Leo is in his high chair looking adorable. Kyler, who made the cake, is standing to my right, ready to help with the candles. Ross and I are beaming. I lean over to Kyler and say, "Okay, Kyler, stand close so we can get you in the pictures with your masterpiece." And that's when Helena snapped. Out of absolutely nowhere, she loudly declared, "Why should she be in the picture? Cecil helped me set up the balloons. He's family too, you know. Just because he didn't bake some fancy cake doesn't mean he's not important." The entire backyard went silent. You could hear a pin drop. Cecil, bless his oblivious heart, just looked up from his phone, confused. I was so mortified and angry, my first instinct was to just ignore her. We quickly sang happy birthday, let Leo smash his cake, and tried to move on, but the vibe was totally ruined. Helena kept a sour face for the rest of the party. Later that evening, Ross shows me a text from Helena. "Is Abigail mad at me? Tell her I'm sorry if I upset her," but Cecil felt very hurt. Seriously, she has my number, why involve Ross? That was the last straw. I texted her back and said, "Yes, Helena, I am upset. It was Leo's birthday, not a competition, and your outburst was completely uncalled for. Kyler made the cake, so it was only right to include her. Cecil is your partner, but this wasn't about him." She immediately called, crying, "This isn't a text conversation, Abigail. I'm so hurt. I just wanted Cecil to feel like family. He didn't get to pick a grandpa name like Ross's stepmom gets a grandma name. I felt like an outsider in your lives for so long." She then launched into a litany of old grievances. How we handled Leo's nomming, how I reprimanded her for using the wrong diaper brand, how she feels like just a guest every time she visits. I let her go for a bit, then cut her off. "Helena," I said, "Leo is our son. We decide what's best for him and for our family. We don't need to explain our choices about who bakes a cake or who gets a special name. Your feelings are your own, but they don't give you the right to ruin our son's birthday or make a scene. Cecil is welcome here, but we are not going to force him into roles he doesn't seek, nor are we going to let your jealousy dictate how we celebrate our child." She was still crying and trying to argue, but I ended the call. Ross was incredibly supportive, telling me I handled it perfectly. Helena left the next morning, cutting her planned week-long visit short. Honestly, it was a relief. I feel for her, and I think she genuinely struggles with insecurity and feeling unappreciated, but I can't let her project that onto my son's milestones. I'm not going to spend Leo's childhood defending every parenting decision. It feels good to finally stand my ground, and I'm just so grateful for Ross. Readers universally supported Abigail's decision to firmly set boundaries with Helena, emphasizing that her son's birthday was not the appropriate venue for Helena's emotional outbursts. Many advised Abigail and Ross to continue prioritizing their nuclear family's well-being, and to limit Helena's access or opportunities to create drama if she could not respect their rules. User boundaries Arbliss said, "Oh my goodness, you handled that perfectly." Her Cecil felt hurt excuse is just classic mother-in-law victim playing. She was projecting her own jealousy onto him. Good for you for standing up for your family and shutting down the emotional manipulation. Leo's birthday was about Leo, not Helena's need for attention. User exhausted MIL survivor said, the why are you involving dear husband? Move is the worst. It's a power play, trying to divide and conquer. You absolutely did the right thing by addressing her directly and cutting off her victim narrative. I had a similar situation with my mother-in-law trying to dictate my daughter's first solid foods. It's always about control and perceived slight. Stay strong, user trying to be neutral said. While her outburst was definitely inappropriate for a party, sometimes grandmothers just want to feel special and involved. Maybe she truly felt Cecil was being sidelined and just expressed it poorly. Could there have been a way to include Cecil or acknowledge Helena's efforts, even if minor, to prevent such a public scene?
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.